The man Narendra Modi, who's now the prime ministerial candidate
I
of
don't
the
know the
BJP.
man.
Narendra Modi?
I don't know the man. I know what he represents. And I know that he has excited the imagination of everyone in the state. Now I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it from outside. I had a rally of Narendra Modi after getting a sense of it over my yatra. Okay? But I used to, actually involved a line in which I checked out what this thing was. It was almost like a little survey that I did over a period of 4.5 months. And from negligible sort of connect to huge connect by the end of the year, after 4 months, 5 months, I understood. So I, in fact, was one of the people, one of the states in North India, that before he was even announced as prime ministerial candidate, had him here. Because I saw over the 5 months the connect that the people had with Narendra Modi. The political Narendra Modi. The private Narendra Modi, I don't know. But I believe that if there is a guy who has done this kind of good for the state, a guy who people believe in, and my state believes in.
Your state believes in, but do you think the hangover of 2002 is something that will go with him, or do you think people in this country have got over Narendra Modi's association with 2000?
No, I think that it's very important to now see what has happened with Gujarat. My people in Rajasthan are hungry. They have no jobs. They have, the simple things have not been given to them. 65 years after democratic systems have been laid down in this country, where one family has ruled this country, where in Rajasthan, with the exception of my 5 years and Bharat Singh's 7 years, 53 years have been given just to the Congress. To know that you have no drinking water, that you have no electricity, that you have no roads, that you have no jobs, that you have no teachers, that you have no doctors. After 53 years of rule, where is the time to go beyond any of this? You're talking about Gujarat, which has gone way beyond this. You're talking about Gujarat, which is today, people from the world over. I mean, I see people are coming to go to Gujarat. They're not coming to Delhi. Why are they coming to Gujarat? There are businessmen who are talking to us to say that we don't go to Delhi anymore. We are now looking at states to see which are the states which we believe in the future is going to be able to give returns to the country. And we are going to invest and talk directly to those states. People come to Gujarat.
Is that a model that you'd like to follow?
I would very much, because my kids in Rajasthan want development. They don't want to look back. They want to look forward. There is 50% and more kids that are going now into vote. They are now connected by television to the world. They have aspirations. They want now to have their governments connect them with that. They want to be world citizens. I am connected to that. And with that connection, I see that they are connected to him. And Narendra Modi that has offered Gujarat all of this and is now selling that dream to the rest of the country.
I set off with her for the next engagement, which was a talk in a girls' college, the Maharani College for Girls in Jaipur.
What's the perceptible difference, your 5 years and the last 5 years in Rajasthan?
Well, the last 4.5 years, there's been no movement. Suddenly, there's a flurry of activity in these last 4 months. And this is the thing that raises the question that this is not the first time. This is the second time Ashok Gehlot, the first time, did the same thing. There seems to be this feeling that we don't need to work and that we can just, fool the people in the last minute. People will come with us, we win an election and relax for the next 4.5 years. This attitude has to change for everyone, for all of us. And we have to get into our minds that, people have gone beyond that.
The Vasundhara I knew in Vajpayee's government as a Minister of State was reticent and not as forthcoming as this. After her stint as Chief Minister of Rajasthan between 2003 and 2008, this is one more extrovertish Vasundhara. Vasundhara Raje's car to her residence, and on the way we chatted about her interactions with Narendra Modi, the prime ministerial candidate of her party, seeing pictures telling the story of her interactions. When we reached her residence, she took me to her office to show me how she was constantly trying to live up to her mother's image.
Vasundhara ji, you've been impacted a lot by your mother, Vijay Raje Scindia.
Yeah.
She is somebody who was a stalwart in the BJP. Is her influence pronounced in your politics?
In all my thinking, I have, I am influenced by her. I always think, what would she do? Especially in the area of human relations.
The BJP says it's against dynastic politics. How do you respond to the fact that you come from a family which has been with the BJP? Your mother, your sister, your son now is a member of parliament, your sister is a member of parliament.
From inception, the family's been in politics. So, I don't think that we would get picked up if we didn't have anything to contribute. I believe we're there because we can contribute.
So you think the first entry point is maybe a little simpler in dynastic, but when you have to stay there, then why?
No, but remember, my entry point, my mother insisting, was in the time when Mrs. Gandhi died. And if you remember, that was my first election. I went to a place called Bhind to fight my first election. And I took a round of Bhind. I came back and told my mother that I don't think that this is possible to win. But she said, well, you have to go and win. So I went out there knowing what the odds were. And I lost my election. And I also came back and told my mother, I said, this is the first time a mother knowingly would allow her daughter to debut in a time when you know that you're not going to win that election.
And then you came back and fought back?
I came back to Rajasthan. And then I fought from Rajasthan, my first MLA election from Dholpur, which is my own hometown. So there I went back to my roots and started again.
Did your mother want you to come into politics because her son was in another party?
No. No.
Or was it independent of that?
No, I think she just needed people, they just needed candidates, actually.
And at that time the BJP was a smaller party.
It was a much smaller party, and I think at that point in time they just needed candidates. I complained loudly about the fact that I didn't think I was going to win that seat. But she said that she thought I was just being, getting funked, getting frightened and not wanting to go there. So I said, no, this is what I see. If you insist that I should go, which is really rare because a mother shouldn't insist. But if you're insisting, I'll go, but I know what the result is going to be.
And see you. It's been a candid moment that we've been able to get with Vasundhara, talking about her family, talking about politics, talking about the hurly-burly of elections. It's as candid as she's been because in the last 4.5 years, Vasundhara Raje has given no interviews. We hope we've given you a glimpse into the personality that is Vasundhara Raje.